Today we're diving into a fascinating case study that showcases the world of modern journalism, the high-stakes interview between Daniel Bwala and journalist Mehdi Hasan on Al Jazeera's Head to Head. This episode became a masterclass in how journalists interact with public officials. So let's unpack what makes this interview such a critical lesson. First, let's understand the format. Head to Head is an adversarial interview designed to be challenging rather than conversational. In this format, journalists often bring evidence and archived material, and guests may be asked to explain past statements. One key technique used in this interview is comparative questioning. Mehdi Hasan referenced Daniel Bwala's earlier comments about Nigerian political leadership to challenge his current positions. The use of digital archives is another major shift in modern journalism. Every tweet and interview is stored forever, allowing journalists to hold public officials accountable for their past remarks. This interview also highlights the importance of preparation. Hassan's team researched years of Bwala's public record, ensuring they had a comprehensive understanding of his past statements and current positions. Now, let's analyze the guest's response. Daniel Bwala stayed composed and attempted to provide context for his shifts, arguing that political dynamics change. This is an important lesson for viewers. Always consider the guest's perspective and whether they are providing clear, consistent answers. Another technique used in this interview is policy challenge questioning. Hassan questioned whether Nigeria's government policies were producing the expected results, testing whether government claims match available evidence. Follow-up questioning is also crucial. Journalists often repeat or reframe a question if they believe the original question was not fully answered. This ensures clarity and prevents vague responses. After the interview, Daniel Bwala shared his perspective, describing the questioning style as very confrontational and suggesting the broadcast version did not include the entire recorded discussion. This adds another layer to our understanding of the interview. Some journalists and commentators defended the questioning approach, arguing that public officials should expect tough questions and that past statements are relevant when evaluating political credibility. This interview highlights several important features of modern journalism: the importance of digital archives, the need for thorough preparation, and the variation in interview styles depending on the program's goals. It's also important to consider broader questions raised by this interview. For example, how direct should journalists be when questioning public officials? Should guests know the specific topics beforehand? How should editing affect the presentation of interviews? By examining the questions asked and the techniques used, we can better understand how journalists test public statements, how political interviews are structured, and how audiences interpret media interactions. Studying interviews like this helps us become more informed and critical consumers of news. It's crucial to ask whether the questions are supported by evidence, whether the guest had enough opportunity to respond fully, and how the interview helps clarify political issues. In conclusion, the Bwala versus Hassan interview is a definitive case study in modern political journalism. It teaches us that journalism is not just about reporting what is said today, but about contextualizing it within what was said yesterday. For journalists, preparation and the use of archives are your strongest tools. For public figures, consistency and a clear explanation for change are vital in the digital age. For the audience, be a critical consumer. Look beyond the heat of the argument to see if the facts align. Critical thinking is the heart of modern journalism. By analyzing interviews like this, we can better understand the complexities of political journalism and become more informed consumers of news.